the hood with my hair on, nappy, cut it all off. Plus some name after my family, the streets tried to trap me, but I had to escape for my destiny to wait for me to be great. And I knew it, so square had to show improvement when I do it, so it's stupid. Now you love me like you pay, and I know that you wasn't ready for this. I'm so on point with my target for sure. I won't miss the past, present, and the future. Six square, the household name, something to get used to. I'm here,
I'm here. Hello, and welcome to another awesome week. Another great Monday, man. Kicking this thing off. Welcome to another awesome episode of The Featured. I am your host, Cliff Jackson III, or also better known as CJ3. I am he. Man, welcome to the show, man. I am so happy you guys are here. If y'all are watching this thing live or y'all catching the replay, you don't want to miss today's show. We're talking about the future of education in our world, and that's our topic tonight. So we're going to drop onto that, man, in just a few minutes. So y'all stick around and stay tuned for what's about to go on. Man, to all my features out there, hello. How y'all doing? I'm so happy to see y'all. So happy that y'all are there. Man, it's so good to see everybody, man. For all those people watching on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Man, welcome to the show, man. And for those who are watching this for the very first time, just heard about this thing through word of mouth, through people's timelines, through my timeline, meet and greet, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Welcome to The Featured. This is where we become intimate and we get intimate and become exclusive with the topics and the guests that we talk to and talk about here on my show, man. So y'all could have been any place in the world, man, tonight, but y'all decided to kick it at here at 9 o'clock with me, man. And I graciously appreciate that, man. It's so good to know that people are here, man. I'm so happy to hear. I hope y'all had a great week. Getting through that, tough week last week, man. I hope you guys are already off to a good start, being that today is Monday, and we're going to kick it off, man, how we do. You already know what time it is. It's always love. If you want to be on The Featured, if you are a business, if you are a politician, if you are someone of service, or you're someone who's an expert in your field, a celebrity, an artist, musician, please come to my show. We'd love to have you on here. We'd love to present you and feature you on the show. Email us at thefeatured.cj3@gmail.com. Also, if you want to contact me directly, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, contact me at the same handle at thefeatured with CJ3. And if y'all want to send me some information as far as certain topics that you want me to talk about, this is always a good way to get in contact with me, either the email or through Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. I'm on every single day, Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Please go subscribe to those channels. We already are rating for you, so all you got to do is just go subscribe. And please listen and download us on all major outlets on your podcast, man. Well, wherever you go contact or go download podcasts, please go check us out. And donate and support us. Please donate and support. Donate and support the cause. Send your information to Cash App, PayPal, or Anchor if you want to go. Cash App. Cash App is at the $ Right Touch Sports. If you want to send it through PayPal, paypal.me/the Right Touch Sport, Right Touch CJ3. And if you want to go through Anchor, anchor.fm /The Featured with CJ3. Man, please reach out to us. We want your information. We want your business, man. I'm trying to give y'all the best information that I possibly can based on topics as well as based on guests that come to the show. If it's a particular guest that you want on the show, hey, donate towards the cause. Trust me, they time costs, so does mine. So I'm just here to be, open, honest, and to give y'all the real deal Holyfield, man. This is the future of education. If y'all hadn't been watching these past couple of months take place, as far as with this pandemic and how it has really affected how we are viewing the future of education in our world. There's so much happening right now, so much taking place, and so many things that are um, starting to surface up as far as for us to try to be more mindful and more advanced in how we are starting to educate ourselves for the future. This pandemic has showed us how to be teachers at home. It showed our kids to know that, regardless if you don't think that you're getting educated in the schools, you will definitely be getting educated at home, so that this can count. And this could very well be the very future of what we have to look forward to in education. Education now is definitely about to be taking place more so now in the homes and online like never before. Malcolm X says, education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. I think of that quote and I think to myself, what have we done to get ready to prepare for tomorrow today? What have we done today that has prepared us for tomorrow? Well, as we see with a pandemic coming in and how things had got shut down very quickly, not only did a lot of people across America and in the education world, then not only did they rise to the occasion, but yet they tried to do everything they possibly could to figure out how they was going to get this done. That's even through, standardized testing, from getting homework done to actual graduations taking place. And however they had to make it happen, a lot of people put forth a lot of time, passion, love, and energy to make sure that these kids saw that their graduations happen, from drive-through graduations to going to the parking lot and posting up to watch their child's name and face come across a projector screen. So these are the type of things that we have had to endure and go through in the process of us dealing with education. Now, as we understand it very logically, that now this is what we're going to be up against. No students in the classroom, like literally none whatsoever. No teachers, no bells, no lunchtime, and most importantly, no mingling and getting a chance to know the students next to you or the friends that you've already made over the years. That part right now is literally dead and gone, according to how this pandemic has changed everything. But how are we evolving? This right here should be our open opportunity, open chance to seize the moment, to see the opportunities that we can take and get and implement in our time of uncertainty as far as where we could go forward with this whole thing with education. Technology right now is going to be a huge help in what we're doing as far as education is concerned. From laptop computers to cell phones to cameras, tablets, whatever it is, technology, those type of devices are going to have to play a huge role in what we're doing, leading towards our educational academic development for our students. Like, one of the main things we have to realize now that, we can't do anything without the internet. Thank God for the internet. Thank God for laptop computers. Thank God for cell phones that you can touch on the touch screen and they do any and everything that a computer can now. Now we don't have an excuse about getting certain things done. Now everything now has to literally somewhat go to online learning. And those are the things that we're literally faced with right now. We are faced with those type of obstacles that we have to learn to overcome as far as dealing and learning from a distance. Learning online, learning as far as how we are going to move forward. One of the main things that we may have to start doing in any process now is learning how to educate ourselves on getting more familiar with learning out of the classroom, learning at home, being more focused within the classroom realms, all at home in a home-like setting. Like our teachers, they're gonna have to start, creating curriculums and creating uh, outlines and guidelines, benchmarks for our students, so that we can be more on hands-on as far as their learning and what it is that they are teaching our students, so that we will be able to be more involved in their educational and academic growth, which is very, very important based off of how we're going to do this thing. But now everything has to be done through apps like Class Dojo. Class now has to be taken through Zoom. Online classes now. There's a whole lot of online sessions taking place right now. Hell, there's even a whole online curriculum called Khan Academy. That's the gentleman right there on the screen. Khan Academy. I know a lot of students right now who took Khan Academy, have taken some courses on Khan Academy due to the pandemic, as far as a lot of teachers may not have been necessarily prepared for what may have happened as far as with the pandemic. But just with the academic and educational growth for the child, they didn't have necessary game plans in place. And Khan Academy was one of those main resources that a lot of these teachers and a lot of these school districts throughout the country fell on or leaned on for direction and guidance as to how to finish out their school year without students being in their classrooms. So now we have to learn as individuals. We have to learn how to, one, take charge as far as our kids' future and education is really, really concerned. We are at the forefront of this whole pandemic. We're the leaders for our children. So we have to be the ones to help guide and put them in a great position to understand that just because school curricular activities or school things are not taking place while you're at school, they have to be done no matter where you are. Now, there's a lot of schools talking about open back up. A lot of states are ready to open their schools right back up. I live in a state that is gung-ho about doing this, the state of Florida. And they are really, really ready to open up these schools once again for another school year. Some schools, districts are giving parents the option of either continuing social distancing, social learning, or going back to school. Or taking their students back to school. And I don't think that that's something that these parents should have to make a judgment on, because of the simple fact that it's very obvious that this pandemic is going to take over. It's already taken over. And it's literally kept a whole lot of opportunities for people to go do this and do that, and now we have to close down certain cities and states once again. What's the use of opening up these schools, regardless of what we may feel or believe as far as this pandemic can't necessarily get into these kids, or they don't really, hold the symptoms as bad as older people do. We've had deaths at young ages already to kind of further clarify that how dangerous the COVID-19 pandemic is. Now, I've been doing this show for 3 months now. And every month there has been conversation about this COVID-19. There's some reference of it every day on my show, every time. And the truth of the matter is that this is a serious matter that's being talked about every single day, but yet taken into belief to be taken so lightly. And it's sad because it's affecting the way we have to learn. It's affecting the way we have to teach. It's affecting the way that our kids are evaluated through certain type of things, whether that's academically or athletically. There's a shun right now on athletics. We don't even know whether we're coming or going with them. Not even that, but we don't even know if we're going to have a season. And I know we're all ready to see football happen in the fall. Truth is, it may not happen. And even with high school football and as excited as I am to know, certain games going on and how high school football really does resonate here in the capital city of Florida, there's a strong possibility that it just might not happen, all due to the fact that we are dealing with some uncertain times right now. Technology, we're trying to come up with all different type of ways of technology to deal with educational growth and development. We're learning different interactive learning through technology, where as on the screen with the eyewear devices, where everything is in 3D or 4D dimensional, and we're doing assignments interactive through interactive learning. Being in the same classroom, all wearing masks. It's a global thing, and I don't think and we have to take this into effect too. What about education all across the world right now that doesn't have access to education or that have access to the technology that our country has or other countries may have? Countries that may literally have to go into a school in order for them to be able to learn what it is that they need to learn. Like, these are the things that we have to start, really considering. Like, what are they going to do? Like, where do they go? I know that in the United States, as far as how they're trying to do it for our kids in our country, I don't see our kids going back to school as far as being around their friends and everything of that nature. I don't want student against student, and bringing and coming forth, and you're not knowing where every other student got going on at each other's house. You never know who they're around, what they're around, and what they may have. So the future of education right now in our world, is as excited as I am about everything with school and the growth and progression of students moving forth and getting ready to, they've already been promoted to the next grade, so they're ready to start school and ready to get things going. It just saddens my heart to kind of realize or kind of know what real direction we're going with education in our society, in our communities, in our districts. We can only depend on the leaders that's been put in charge as far as what they're going to do and what their plans are. I know as far as in certain areas, we would just like for them to be a whole lot more clear, a whole lot more understanding, understandable, so that there can be a better judgment of understanding. In the midst of everything, though, our future is bright. It is. We do know that a lot of young individuals are very excited and ready to tackle the world and see things and explore and get their feet wet and everything of that that comes with being in college or starting high school or starting middle school or getting ready to get promoted to those areas or getting ready to just for those who graduated college, getting ready to start life. We just have to keep our heads up and know that our future is bright and that our world is in good hands. If you want to be on the show, please contact us on thefeatured@cj3@gmail.com or contact me directly at Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter at the same handle, @thefeatured with CJ3. Please email us as well and send us some information if you want any type of topic or any particular type of guest you want on the show. Please email us, contact us. We're on every single day right here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch at 9 p.m. Please go subscribe to our YouTube and our Twitch channels. Listen and download us on all major outlets or wherever you go enjoy your podcasts. Donate and support the cause of what we're doing right here on The Feature.